everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 40th World, where we do the bold and the beautiful recaps and reviews. Today, we're going to be going over the one that aired today, which is Thursday, May 25th. And we're just going to go and get right into it. Once I find my notes here. Okay. We pretty much start off with Zenday. He has finally buttoned up that top that he was trying to show us his chest and all of this, that, and the other. He was thinking he was going to take him a midnight swim or a late night swim with his wife, Nicole. They were going to be butt naked in their birthday suits and bringing in, trying to make that baby that Nikki so much really wants. She really so much wants that baby. Where she is contemplating, I'm thinking, going back and retrieve the baby that she had initially from Maya, which would be somewhat of an Indian giver type of scenario. But I guess you do desperate things when desperate measures rear its old head, because that's what her father Julius is thinking about anyway. Don't know if the writer's gonna play it up, but we'll just do what we got to do. Again, that's my sidebar. You know, I get down like that. But anyway, like I said, Zende finally buttoned up that shirt of his. Stop trying to look like Casanova. I mean, he already won the bride. He already helped her. But I guess he just wanted to be spicy for her. And so he's asking Nicole to tell him everything the doctor said. Because we were recapping from yesterday. So she just goes on and tell him, and then Zendaya's embracing Nicole, and he feels tonight they will make their baby. And I'm like, come on. Come on, man. You just told her to just relax and let things happen. That y'all are going to have a family. Going to have, I guess, what you call it, a little league running around now, how you plan on doing things. And you don't even come from a big family yourself before. I think your family, how they set the tone of where you derive from back in your country when you were raised. You only had like, what, two siblings besides yourself. I mean, you trying to build a whole little league team over there with Nicole's body. I mean, come on, man. One is enough, two is better, but okay, if she get one more, she done had two in her lifetime. But anyway, moving on from there, we got Julius. He's talking about how is they going to take the news if they actually don't have a baby. How this is going to affect their marriage, this, that, and third. I'm like, Julius, are we thinking about ourselves or are we thinking about your daughter? Because it seemed like you are very well invested. And it's not just saying because you have a granddaughter, whatever. And you supposed to have a made up with Maya. And you want to do better by your grandchild. So now you're trying to take your grandchild that was had by your youngest child, that was given to your oldest child. You're trying to be Indian giver too. I mean, Julius, pick a team and stay on it. My goodness, you barely get playtime as it is. And I like to see you because you're a handsome man, but you're coming out to be a little troll again. Get it together, Julius. Get it together. Zende done made several mistakes, meaning he slept with your middle child, I guess you would call her, Sasha. Um, so I'm kind of like figuring it out. Maybe they the same age, her and Nicole. But either way, I mean, you're showing that rear head of yours again, and it's kind of ugly. But anyway, we're moving on from there. We go to Sally. Sally shows up at Thomas's loft, and she's questioning why he hadn't returned her phone call. This, that, and the third. Thomas said he was decompressing. I said he was, because after that TKO knockout hit that his daddy gave him to the abdomen, even though it was fake, but he just fired him on the spot. So that was my take of him just punching him in the stomach or punching him in the face, and it just he hadn't recovered. He hadn't recovered, y'all. But usually people that's giving everything hand to the foot, born with a silver spoon in their mouth, yeah, it is kind of like depressing for them, I guess. Just as long as he don't go jumping out no windows, ending his life or whatnot, because it ain't that serious. All right, he's not a forester, even though he was raised and breaded like one. He's still a Moroni, but they still come from money regardless. Deep pockets. All right. So I'm like, I don't understand why Thomas, he's always been, deemed like the black sheep of, the family when it came to the design. Same thing that Thorne had to go through and Felicia, because Ridge was kind of like the chosen child and he could do no wrong, even though he be out in the streets doing whatever, doing, saying, and doing whatever. That's definitely not a high morality type of standing. But everybody looks over Ridge because he's the golden child. He cannot do any wrong. But like I say, we know how Ridge gets down with all his lying, his conniving, his infidelities. You know, he's just a hoe. He's just a man, but he's a hoe. So, Thomas is feeling some kind of way. I'm like, Thomas, this is a blessing in disguise. At least you could come out the shadows of your father. You could be this new upcoming designer on your own, even though, you were trained as a forester. And you could still create as a forester, because that is your last name, given through by adoptions. Because we were all Moroni, remember? So just, pep up. And it's not like he ostracised you from the family, because nobody's going to let that happen. Not even Brooke, okay, when she gets back home from her lovely vacationing with her husband. Okay? And, Bill might have to throw some spills in. Like, you can't just get rid of your child, maybe from the family. But hell, they're going to be getting rid of you once they crack that notion that somebody leak and spill out that you slept. Well, not slept, but I'm probably sure it will have been a slip of the bedroom's been spilled out and somebody finding out ain't gonna bust y'all secret, wide open, which probably will give Eric a full blown heart attack. And then I don't know, that probably would be the end of Bold and the Beautiful. So writers, we don't want that to write out. Maybe put him on a tour, just like y'all did with Sally. In real life, she's dead, but in the fictitious world, the soap opera world, she's still living, but she's just on an endless tour. Okay, so that was my sidebar again. Moving on. Thomas basically says he was decompressing with all the things that had went by and this, that, and the third, and he still can't get over that his father fired him and da 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 da, and Sally can't believe that Rich went to that degree of being that angry and this, that, and the third. And she said, well, maybe you could talk to Steph. And she's like, no, Steffi is on dad's side. Uh, she pretty much feel the same way. You know, he's just mad that I kept you out of jail and then I bailed you out of losing Spectre Fashions. And it's going to take some time, a little more time than I thought he would react to this situation. But, it just is what it is. Okay. And then he goes on to tell Sally that Zende has replaced him. And of course, she's going to open up her mouth and say something stupid, which is, does he even have any experience? I'm like, hell, it shocked all of us at the time because we didn't know. We thought he was just being a photographer, living life, doing that type of thing. And he done struck up talking about he want to be a designer. Not too far fetched that he wouldn't want to get into that element. He's around beautiful models. He's taking pictures of beautiful models and ads and putting them in ads and this, that, and the third. But everybody always want to break into something else after they've done something for a longevity of time. And that would be quite fitting. If he has an art of drawing and it has a vision and stuff and it comes out on paper very beautifully, why not give him a shot? But anyway, Thomas said, well, he has promised. So I guess he could have said, hell no, he don't know what the hell he doing. His drawings that I've seen are horrific. He didn't say any of that, but he said they're promising. So maybe he's going on a more edgy edge, but it was just disrespectful for I felt that Sally should even open her mouth and went down that road. But she has no standing at all with the Foresters, and for her to even make a comment against one of their own, that's just damaging right there. So it is what it is. We move on from there. We got small talk going on between Vivian and Julius. Julius still running his mouth, don't know what he's talking about, of course. Only thinking about his baby girl. Don't care about Maya. Don't care about Sasha, but them are his two blood children as well. Just because one did a transgender sex assignment, he can't stand it. He cannot stand that his baby girl gave her daughter up to give it to her brother. And he didn't say it, but he was alluding to it. And Vivian just stopped him on point. Like, we ain't going down that road again. That chapter's closed. Whatever came out of it, it is what it is. And we're moving forward. But don't ever let that go out your mouth that Nicole shouldn't have did what she did for her sister. Don't even bring it up about her sister was a man at first, okay? So that's basically how that was, and he still wanted to say it, but he may even say it too when Maya finally gets home and she finds out all this information on her sister's medical condition. It's gonna scare the shit out of her because then she's gonna think Liz is up for grabs. But hopefully the writers won't write that in. Let's not let Nicole be an Indian giver. Okay, now something happens to Maya She can be a stand-in mom, I guess, because she is really the biological egg donor uh, for Lizzie to be in the world, but mine's not going anywhere. So they don't want to even think about that, because that would be a mess with Zende if the writers played that up for her to fall in love, meaning Nicole to fall in love with Rick, if something ever happened to Maya or Maya's character. But anyway, they love killing our folks and not giving us a real answer why, or some type of explanation, I should say. Then we have, like I said, Julius is going off still about the whole thing, and then Charlie and Pam show up, not even noticing that there is someone in the room, and then they finally realize it, and of course Pam is, being a loving, dutiful family member, because technically she really don't have no ties to the family either, because her sister's dead, and that pretty much kind of breaks all the, you know, tie-ins of being a part of a family or extended family, because that person that joined y'all together is no longer living. But if you had a very good relationship throughout the years or decades y'all spent together, I guess you could have a very fond attaching to them and don't ever want to break that bond. So Pam considered herself a Forster. Okay. And it just is what it is. But she was okay with them being there. Then Charlie gonna start on his high horse. About who let y'all in? Who gave y'all clearance? Who did it? I'm like, man, they family, because their daughter married a Forrester man or Maroney man, however you want to see it. Okay, but yeah, well, really, he was adopted, but it is the same. We would put it on in there like that. But I kind of got offended for Charlie trying to say, well, who did this, who did that? If Julius said he got the clearance from, or they got cleared, or Vivian, I guess you say, had said they got cleared from downstairs, there's not a problem. Then you should have went with that, Charlie. You don't be going second guessing family members. And what the hell you even ask them anyway? You know they family member. Hey, are you trying to be in the family? And Pam, no, she ain't in the family because her sister died. So you just skating on thin ice with me, Charlie. I told you that why Charlie wasn't no real cop. He a robo cop. We're a cop. That way he got a flashlight. He ain't even got no damn gun. Oh, please don't write Charlie in no more scenes unless he just being a part of, a guest thing, being on an outing where they're doing something like a gathering. Well, we don't need to see Charlie because he can barely keep up with his job on this. Anyway, let's move on because he disturbed me when he's sitting there trying to do APB on folks. That's family. Okay, moving on from that. Let's see. Go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Got small talk going on between Sally and Thomas. Sally asks, she asked Thomas, do you think you made a bad mistake by taking up for me? And he kind of paused, and they go on and lead us into another little scene, and we back at Charlie, and this time he's warmed up to them, saying, she's just a nice girl. I love myself from Nicole. Da da da. I'm like, let's throw Charlie out. I shouldn't even talk about him doing this scene, but anyway. Then we got Julius just taking sides between Maya and Nicole. If you could take Lizzie from Maya and give it to Nicole, if Nicole was found out that she could not have children anymore. This is what Julius' frame of mind is thinking. Julius done bumped his head once again. Why did we didn't just kick him out when we had a chance to, write us, and he just come in, periodically, I should say. We can keep Vivian there all day, every day. Let's bring, Julius in. If y'all gonna write him in playing silly again, nah, because y'all just look like, y'all make him look like or his character look like a thirsty, waiting around for something to happen so he can get a cut of the pay that may be extended out with somebody in the family actually really came into a lot of money, or they were selling the company. He would think Nicole would get a lot, and Nicole would, set him on top. And I'm like, man, go somewhere, Julius. I'm tired of you. Okay, then we got Zende. Zende's not getting into Nicole's world of not having a baby in their life. Then Lizzie is either talking in her sleep or she is waking up from her little nap. But she should be asleep for the night, but maybe she's hungry or wet. Who knows? And that's when Zende says, see, that little girl you hear? That's a sign showing you that, hey, that seals it, that that voice right there is our future. Now I'm like, is the writers put a pun in there for us to think about who all that caught it? Are they trying to say that by Zende recognizing that was the little girl's voice, which Nicole is her mother, really biologically on this soap opera? Is he? They're gonna take poor Lizzie away from Maya if it does come out, because they keep trying to play it in Nicole's part. She keeps, doubting herself that they're not going to be able to have one. And, what's her choice of giving up her own child in vain because she's not going to be able to have one. So, he's like, that little voice right there, that's our future. So I'm like, Riley, y'all shouldn't even play that part. Y'all shouldn't have pitting two sisters against each other. That's just wrong. But anyway, we got Julius back at Julius. He's saying he cannot believe he let his daughter give her daughter away to her brother. He said brother, but he was halfway to Vivian stopped his ass. But it's like, how you gonna tell your child what to do with her body and her organs? And Julius said down so well. Then Julius is thinking about the Forrester Creations legacy of family, but does he know that, Ridge, Stephanie, Thomas, as well as Zende, they're not Forresters. That really hadn't crept in his mind. He is acknowledging it here and there, but it's like you forget it when he make dumb, what do you call it, responses to, the Forresters. They really get into family. And Nicole can't produce them something or someone. What we gonna do? I'm like, there we go again. Julie's worried about that money. Then we got Nicole is listening to Zende calling her an angel and that she is an angel, from heaven, and she's only done good and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, Zende, sit down. You getting on my nerves now, okay? Nicole is not an angel. What she did is not angel mentality. She just has a lot of humanity in her, okay? But then she even thought about being selfish when she was carrying the baby. Should she keep the baby? So come on now. Do you know what an angel is? That means unblemished. They do not have a blemish spot on them at all. They don't know nothing about sin. Okay? And hell, you and Nicole got busy, meaning having sex before you even were married. So you talking about she's an angel? Are you for real? Man, please get out of here. Then we got small talk going on with Thomas and Sally again, and the decision he made was helping her. He stands by it. He tells her, yes, he's a man of his word. That's what he got from his grandfather, Eric, because Eric actually did teach him that. Rich didn't teach him that shit. Because Rich lied. He go back on his word here and there and everywhere. Okay. But he said, no, I'm gonna help you. I said I was gonna help you. I did, and I'm still gonna stand by you. It just shows me a lot about my family and a lot of things I'm just gonna have to accept about them, and then I'm just gonna keep it moving. So, but Sally just like, I don't want to come between you all. I even told your sister I'm not going to come between you all. So I'm telling you again, if this is not something you want to stay involved with, meaning me and our relationship, then, I'm cool with that because you saved me from the brinks of going to jail, this, that, and the third. It is what it is. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Sally doesn't want to lose Thomas, his support, but she does understand. And, like I said, he makes it very clear to her that he wants her in his life for the longevity. Okay. And then they try to pretty much fool around, and I guess they're gonna have sex this time because the writers did allude to us that they didn't have sex even when they were over in Australia, but now it seems like it's breaking down because he has done so much for her. So now she keeps throwing out this "I love you, I love you, I love you." So I guess she's gonna show him this time. And it's really gonna be solidified. And then she may even come up pregnant. Now y'all can let her pregnant, and then they're gonna have to accept it in because she has, you know, somewhat of a forced child going inside her. Okay. Then we have Vivian is telling Julius to pull it together and to stop blaming Maya. Maya is not the subject of content right now. She has nothing to do with, or she had not wished anything bad on Nicole. So you cannot blame her. So get over it, basically, what she's telling him. She's not the villain here. Then we go back to Zendaya and Nicole. They're still discussing their future and being disappointed on some fronts of it and how it's transpiring right now. But Zendaya is being an optimist, especially that he got his designing job. He don't care about no child right now. He gonna still want to have sex all the time, all day, every day. And if a baby comes, yeah, he ready for it because he know he the father. But he's just worried about designing. He ain't fooling nobody. Then Nicole tells Zende maybe she wasn't meant to be a mother. Zende is reassuring her once again. And Zende says no second guessing, period, point, and blank. Hopefully this will help Nicole. She's just embracing him in her arms and acting like a spoiled baby. I'm like, and you want a child? Come on, girl. Come on. Give it at least 2 years before you talk about you want a child. You can't even handle this very well. Okay. They ain't say you were dying of cancer, this, that, and the third. You know, a lot of people in this world, this is my sidebar I'm going off, cannot have children. You had one, you gave it up for a very good reason. You know, deal with it. But if, you know, the writers decide not to let you have a baby, hey, you can always adopt. That's how Zende got into the money family he's into. So come on. Ah! Anyway, that was my take of The Bold and the Beautiful. They aired on Thursday, May 25th. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll be back talking with you all about something or another. You know me. Enjoy you all. Well, I should say, yeah, I enjoy you all, but I hope y'all enjoy me more. But anyway, have peace and blessings. And if you're going to sleep tonight, have a nice rest. If you're waking up, catching this video, top of the morning to you. Okay. Peace and blessings. Good night.